Squeeze her tight, make it drip down me. Never oh, yes, you kindly. Miss Jolene, oh, your mango sweet, so. Jolene, oh, your mango sweet. So tell me how it ripe and sweet, so. Jolene, oh, your mango sweet. It's been a while, yeah. Oh, yeah, your mango sweet. Since we've been the vibe, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, this is the Positive Forces Show, always giving you more, sending you positive vibes
to change your lives.
I'm your host, Kim Owen Hall.
And I'm your co-host, Yola Yoli. I've been practicing that all day.
All day. Wow.
Oh my God. Only live, guys.
Let's do that again.
Only
Rewind.
Only live.
Go.
How y'all doing, y'all?
Go. Bring it back.
How y'all doing?
Let's start from the beginning. Okay, you guys ready? We're ready. Let's go.
Give me the island breeze.
This is the Positive Forces Show, always giving you more, sending you positive vibes
to change your lives.
I'm your host, Kim Owen Hall.
And I'm your co-host, Yola Yoli.
And I'm the one to help you on your journey through life.
See what I gotta go through, guys.
What? Whatever.
You choose radio family, Reggae Global family. We want to say hi to you. Want to make sure that you are doing fantastic this weekend. Oh my God, how are you, Yols?
I'm good. And two more goods in there somewhere.
Okay. How you doing, Dewan?
I'm doing good. It's warm. It's nice outside.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's green. I'm happy.
Everything's green. I love it.
That's what's up. All right, so you're enjoying the weather. I'm enjoying the summer. Finally off, taking some relaxed time. Yeah.
She has to rub it in every time.
Every time. Until summer is over.
Every time.
Yeah, well, the summer, listen, educators, you know, we've earned it. We've earned it. Is there a Yoli's thought of the day?
You know what? No, there isn't one today.
There isn't?
No. We're on vacation.
Oh, okay. Is there
it's summer vacation.
Is there a Dewan moment? A moment with Dewan?
I don't have one off the top of my head.
All right. Well, let's pray.
Let's do this.
Heavenly Father, thank you, Lord, for bringing us here on the Positive Forces Show. Lord, remind us to keep our tongues responsible. Lord, remind us that you are here with us everywhere that we go, every walk in life. Lord, remember when we are faced with making certain choices in life, that you are always there to help us, guide us, and make the right decision. And when we don't make the right decision, you're always there to pick us up, dust us off, and send us on the right path of which you want us to continue on. Lord Jesus, I love you. We love you. Remind us, Lord, to always love you and always seek you first in everything that we do. Lord, never, ever stray from us, Lord Jesus. I pray this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. All right. So there's no Yoli's thought of the day.
No.
All right. We're going to be talking about building a healthy relationship. Because relationships right now, as the one said, they are on life support, guys. So yes. We're going to talk about it because, man, listen, you do hear of couples do you hear of couples having a great grand relationship?
I do.
You do?
I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then there's also a lot of the opposites. So
You hear of any couple doing great recently? Just off the whim.
No.
In
the imaginary world of television. Yes.
Oh, yeah, television.
Yes.
So we understand the journey of relationships as common challenges or practical ways to building lasting relationships. So our objective is, what does a healthy relationship look like? Right? We're going to be talking about that for a little bit. So what does it look like? What are people supposed to be trying to mimic or trying to emulate or trying to revamp for their life? Let's talk about that.
You know, before we say that, I will say that I think I have a real life couple that actually are really good together, and they've been together for some years, and
Okay.
I love their relationship. They're so darn cute. Just cute. Yeah. And they're a younger couple, but they are very cute. I love them.
You can think
Yeah.
of one. I think of one too. My pastor's relationship, their relationship seems really, really good. So that's pretty good too.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's good to see a positive relationship. It gives you hope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Gives you hope.
Yeah.
it does. It does. All right. So, what should a healthy relationship look like? Some of the things that you say that that couple is showing
hmm
on the exterior. What are some of those things?
They laugh together.
Okay, that's good. That's
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
friends.
They're
They're friends.
friends.
They're
They
friends
seem
first.
like they are friends.
Mm.
Yeah. And even if they have their little, because they're dynamic from what I see, it's like when people jab at each other,
Mm-hmm.
but it's friendly.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Little
And-
banter here and
Yeah,
there.
yeah, and it's
Okay.
accepted on both sides,
Okay,
and it's not a big deal.
that's good.
It's beautiful. I love it.
That's good. Okay.
So I think they have good communication also.
Okay. So good communication is one.
Mm-hmm.
Fun banter. That's good communication, right? They're friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's important. Being
Mhm.
friends.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I think they were friends first.
That's key.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it
That's-
became romantic.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And psychologists, research is showing that once couples are friends first, they're typically better in their relationship.
That's very
Oh.
true.
Their relationships
Very
last
true.
longer.
Yes.
So what I've been saying is true.
Mhm.
Friends 1st
Mhm.
You heard it at the
Mhm.
Positive Forces show.
Yeah. So that's what research is showing. All right. How about emotional intelligence or being able to confide in each other, having trust,
That's important too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right? Mhm.
Yep. Trust is important.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we need to get these relationships off life support. So if you don't trust your partner, if your partner can't leave their phone up, not down while you're together
Yeah.
in the house, if your phone doesn't have a password, if your phone doesn't have, if it's just not locked, you don't have access. Now, some people might say, I don't need to have access, or we don't need to have access. We just trust each other. That's fine too, as long as you have your dynamics situated,
Right.
sorted out, then that's great. But we want to make sure you have trust. You want to know that if one person works from home and the other one has to go out, that person is home alone, doing work, not out
trust
doing
them,
anything
yeah.
else. Yeah.
Mhm,
I saw
mhm.
a story recently where somebody was a girlfriend was trying to check her boyfriend's phone, and he drove the car into a tree.
What?
Did y'all see that?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Why
I
did
think
you
I
drive
saw
a car
something
into
like
a tree
that.
though? Because she was trying to check his phone.
He was so mad.
Wow.
Was he trying to kill themselves, or he was
He
wanted
wanted
to,
her to stop checking the phone.
So he
so
drove
you-
his
and then
into a
blamed her,
tree.
and then said,
Yes,
yeah, I'm sure he
yes.
blamed her. Said, "Hey, you made me do this." So
Oh my
now it went
gosh.
from the phone to something else.
No, I didn't see that. That's
That's
terrible.
crazy.
It's terrible. Yeah. Yeah.
I think trust too is location sharing because
Mhm.
some people don't like doing
I don't
that.
like location sharing.
I don't either,
You
but
don't?
'Cause
some
I don't wanna
people
know. I don't.
do that location
Mm.
sharing, and I think that's a way of trust that you
Mhm.
can share your
But it
location.
can change to tracking too. Tracking,
Yes,
stalking,
it can.
obsessively checking the phone to see where the person is. If they're not where they say they are, calling the phone. You know.
Yeah.
So,
But
I
the
mean,
person, I think, usually has given that person something to start feeling that way most of the time.
I think it could be some past trauma too.
Yeah,
Past
it's
trauma as
You know,
well.
the person may not
definitely.
have done anything at all to make you not trust him.
Mm,
You're just not a trusting person,
that's true.
or you're just paranoid.
right, or you just don't trust because trust is always say trust is always given without somebody earning it, but they have to earn it back once it's broken. So that's a lot of things people just don't want. They want people to earn trust even before they start a relationship. Like you said, they're like 10 steps back already
Mm.
because you don't have any trust with you. But to have a relationship with somebody, you have to give them your trust,
Trust in the
Trust.
beginning.
upfront. Up
Yeah.
front.
Yeah. So, in other words, start with 100 and see where you end up, as opposed to start with 0, try to build to 100.
Hopefully
Yeah.
you stay at 100.
Right.
yeah.
Hopefully you stay at 100.
Or even
That's
if
true.
you're like 90, okay, at least that's not an F, right?
Why you starting at 90 and not 100 though?
Because people may no. I mean, start at 100 and you might end up at 90.
oh, okay.
Not
okay.
start at 90. No,
Okay.
start at 100 and you might
Yes.
end up at 90. 90 is okay.
Okay. Love versus compatibility, or attraction versus commitment. Which would be better? I don't know. Attraction versus a commitment. Hey, I'm attracted to you wholly, but we're just not committed.
No, I think commitment is more important than attraction. Definitely,
Mhm.
you have to be able to commit to your partner. I mean, attraction is important, but I think commitment is more important.
Attraction is like the beginning stage. You start there.
I
You
think
start there.
attraction can
You
fade. So
Yeah, and it could
that's
build.
why
It can
communication
fade and it
is,
can build.
yeah,
Attraction.
it's all over the place. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
men are physically attracted typically. I mean, I don't think they're looking at the brain, right? They're physically
No.
attracted, and women are too to somebody. So there's attraction just by that for you to be able to say hello, how are you, to even start a conversation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
in the
would say
beginning.
yeah.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
say
yeah.
yeah.
Definitely beginning stage.
Yeah.
When it fades, yes, and then when it fades, sometimes that can cause a problem. Somebody gains weight, or somebody loses too much weight.
Mhm.
I feel like if you're committed to the person, then like you have attraction first, yes.
Mhm.
And then you guys decide, okay, we're in a committed relationship. Even if the person gains weight, that should not be a reason for you to break up. It's just your attraction is now lower than before because
Yeah.
you might like, the fit body. But I think there's
Mhm.
lots of people out there who, as you get older, your body changes,
Yeah.
but you've
Yes.
established such a great connection, communication that is more than just attraction. But attraction is
Right.
definitely beginning, but it fades. It's all over
Mhm.
the place. I mean, what about people who don't like the fit body? They like just regular body, not extremely fit.
That's
Right.
And
their
then and then
attraction
and
level.
then and then you
right.
decide to start working out and you now become fit.
Mhm.
That could be a situation where you
Right.
might lose
Or
attraction.
something happens
But
to you.
yeah,
Like
something
you lose an
happens to
arm,
you,
a
lose an
leg,
arm, you
eye.
lose a leg. So
Mhm.
yeah, those are items that would not make you look as attractive as before. You lose an eye. These are things
Right.
that happen.
Things
But
happen.
because you're committed, which I think is the more important of both of those, you still are together because
Yeah.
it's more than just you're attracted.
Mhm.
Attracted, like you said, Kimon, is just the beginning stages of giving you the cojones to say something.
Mhm. It's fleeting. And many people look at those things and put them on their list from 1 to 10. One
Oh,
probably
yeah.
being attraction, right? This person has to be tall, dark, and handsome, or whatever. And once people get older, and guys, we're all getting older, that will all change. So that can never be the number one thing that makes you want to be with somebody
Right.
at all. It can't. It can be a start, but it shouldn't be. So let's get these relationships off life support. Let's get our minds right to be to
Just get them
start
healthy.
thinking
Just healthy
healthy.
relationships. Yeah.
Yeah. Start thinking healthy. All right. Love versus compatibility. So somebody's like, "Hey, we're compatible, but we don't really have love. We're compatible with our goals, with the things that we want, but we don't really love each other. I don't really like him. I don't really like her, And so many relationships are in that. People,
Yeah.
somebody said, I was watching it today, that, and you tell me what you think, ladies, that a man only loves once,
Oh.
and then everything else after anybody else after that, they're just coping, or they're just in it.
Huh.
And whoever that person is that they fell in love with first, they'll always love that person one, even if they're no longer together. But sometimes they could be brokenhearted that they never put themselves back out there again to be able to get hurt and to be so vulnerable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was just like, wow, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
Mhm.
So then after they love this person, this one person, they don't ever love again.
They
That's
don't
what they're
really
saying.
truly love again.
Oh.
It's like they'll
Okay.
be in a relationship, they'll tolerate it, they'll have fun, they do everything. But to say that deep depth love, it's not there.
But a lot of times those relationships are like when they're teenagers,
Mhm.
like 20 something. And I
Yeah.
don't know how you can just not never love again.
I
Ever,
don't think
because you love
so.
one person.
Yeah.
You got hurt by one person. It seems like an excuse to me to
Yeah.
not put the work in to
Try again.
like try again or heal and try it. And try again. It's all about
I think
Whoa.
everybody has like this great first love,
Yes.
men and women.
And then
You
after
know?
that, you're like, nope. I'm
And
done.
then you're done. And then I think that men have the capacity to love more than just once.
Mm.
They just
Like
don't
women
want to.
do. They might not
They
want
don't want to do
to,
the work.
but they can.
But
Yeah.
you have so many men and women that they've been hurt before or they've seen other people get hurt. So when they get into their relationships, it's just casual. They don't take it extremely serious.
They're not committing.
They're
like,
not, they could commit or
Oh.
even not commit.
Okay.
But they're just like, hey, you know what? I've seen this before. Piggybacking off
The previous relationship.
yeah,
Oh.
the past, and then using that as their funnel or their energy to say, you know what, relationships don't work. You know, it won't last for too long. I'm gonna be in it. I'm gonna have fun,
Mhm.
but I'm not giving my all. And then having that mindset is dangerous because now you're you're always going off. It might not work, right?
Mhm.
You know, you're like it might not work. So I mean, I'm not gonna put 100% in. Yeah. So
You know, I think that we're all human. So even if you did go out thinking that way, that at some point you're gonna, if you're doing that and you're interacting with other people, at some point you're gonna fall for someone.
mm,
Yeah,
I think it's inevitable. I don't
yeah.
think you can help that, not unless you're not human. Unless you're not human. You're not aware of the human condition. You're just a robot.
Right.
You know, you're not. You have some huge mask,
mask.
right? But I think if you're somebody who has decided, oh, hey, I'm never going to love again because I love this person so much and then my heart got broken, but you're still out there on the outside, what people call it now, meeting all of these people,
Mm.
that it is inevitable that you will fall in love with someone else. Even if that person might not love you back, you will fall in love with someone else. I don't think it's possible for you not to.
To never
I don't
love
think
again.
that. Yeah, I don't think that
People
we
put up
are
that barrier though,
wired
on
or
purpose.
the wall,
ingrained.
that wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think we're wired or ingrained, even the strongest and biggest wall, to not fall in love again.
DJ VJ Smile says, you can only love who comes from you or who you came from. Mm.
Yeah, you said that before.
So in other words, you can only love your child.
You can only love
You
your
can only
parents,
love your
parents
parents
and
or
your
your
child,
child.
and no one else.
Wow.
I keep hearing this philosophy coming up. Like your romantic partnership is only there for a transaction.
Transactions.
purposes,
And that's what's been
it.
happening now.
Yeah,
though.
that's what it's
What do
been
you
reduced
have to
down
offer? Yeah.
So
What do you have to offer? What do you bring to the table? It's just all and first and foremost, that is on the picture. That comes out first, and then thereafter we decide, okay, let's see if we now like each other. Let's go hang out.
that's so
I don't
sad.
know. But
sad.
Is it?
I
Does the
think it's
table
sad,
still
yeah.
exist? I kind of feel like I've seen some posts as of late. The table has been destroyed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, the
Or,
table
yeah, the table has been
That's
destroyed, or at least
Ah.
there's answers to if you get the what do you bring to the table, which I think is a shift in we don't care about the table anymore.
Mhm.
We
Put
don't
it in the
need
chat,
to
guys.
put anything on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Put it in the chat what your thoughts are about this table and about even what Smile said about you can only love that person. That's something else. I think to me that sounds like somebody coming from a place of hurt,
Yes.
right?
I
It
think
sounds like
Mhm,
someone's coming from
definitely.
you've been scarred, you've been hurt. Yeah, forget that. I'm just gonna do me and forget about anybody else. But I could be wrong. But that's what it sounds like. You know?
Yeah.
Successful couples maintain approximately 5 positive interactions for every negative interaction.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
So,
work.
which is that's what's been said. That's what's been said.
This is for over 40. This is
Well, there
Okay,
was
I'm
no
sorry.
age on that. There was no age that I saw, and I probably
tired.
could have gotten in there a little bit deeper.
Okay.
But they said that for 5 positive interactions, maintain 5 positive interactions for every negative interaction. So I think that sounds positive to me.
That does. It
Right?
sounds positive. Is it
Yeah.
doable? I don't know. That's
yeah,
my thing.
I'm trying to get in my head what that even looks like.
Mm,
To be honest,
okay. Okay. And
like if someone cuts you off while driving on the road, then what? You what would be the 5 positive interactions? This is
Well,
basic.
Yeah, but
When
think
you-
about your relationship though. Like the person didn't do something that you
They didn't take out the
expected.
trash.
They didn't take out the trash. Let's look
Okay.
at that. They didn't take
Right.
out the
So,
trash.
Then
Now
you're
they
looking
gotta- now
for
they gotta
they,
do
they have to
five
do
things.
5 positive things for that one not take out the trash
That
thing.
Or
one-
you looking
that
at
one
five?
transgression.
You looking at five? I'm sorry. About
No,
that.
no.
Or you looking at 5 positive things from that person to say, okay, well, he's still this way or she's still that way, and then that can help to heal that one
Oh, okay.
negative thing that wasn't done.
What you
Anybody ever
think?
tried that?
I
But that has to be
this is new.
intentional. That's from John Gottman, and that's one of the
okay.
things that he came up with
yeah
Oh,
in
okay.
his practice.
Yeah, he does family therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things. So if you look at 5 things that okay, well, you didn't take out the trash, but I just love that you cooked today. I love that you washed the dishes today. I love that you took the kids to the daycare. You picked them up, you brought them to sports, whatever it is. But, look at those 5 things so that one thing that person doesn't like kill your whole vibe for the day
Right.
or just make you look at that person as,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
as good anymore.
I like his philosophy, but I think like sometimes it needs to be based on like a real world and like culturally, like sometimes it's not
Culturally
realistic.
would be different because you have
It's not
cultures.
realistic sometimes. with
Yeah,
stuff,
but it's intentional, I think. All right. I don't know. It may not be
that's a
realistic,
lot of work.
but I think
For
it's a
one-
lot of
For
work.
one
Yeah,
thing,
for
you gotta do
one bad
5
thing,
things.
you have to
It's a
sit
lot.
there and think of 5. It just, to me, that just makes the entire relationship somewhat
Transactional.
trivial and transactional.
Mm.
Because now I'm like, oh, you didn't take out the trash. Let's just go with the simple one.
Yeah.
You didn't take out the trash. Now I gotta think about 5 things that make you worthy of my love. Because basically, that's what that is,
That's
Correct.
what that
right?
is.
I mean,
That's-
basically, that's what that is. And I don't think that small things like that. 'Cause, I mean, that could turn into something huge,
Or
right?
could it be
But just that
Something
one
else.
thing, I have to think of 5. Why not for one thing, I think of one good thing? Or what if I have that one bad thing that I give you grace for?
it's like
Simple
this
as
thing
that.
in psychology. At school, we do that called overcorrecting. So
Mhm.
it kind of sounds like overcorrecting, like
That's
you
what it is.
oversaturate
Yeah.
Overcorrecting.
Yeah.
so that
Love bombing, overcorrecting.
right.
Yeah.
So the more you do it,
Transactional,
then
yeah.
that one thing is not that bad anymore. I think that it had to be intentional though. Smile says relationship is getting used to a person. Breaking up is getting unused to that person. Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. Relationship is getting used to a person. That's good and bad.
Mhm.
I'm so used to you, I take you for granted. Or I'm so used to you, I just love being around you. Two
Yeah.
different ways of
Yeah,
looking at it,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. He also says friendship is a predictor of long-term success that we talked about
Yeah.
earlier.
We did.
That's him. And he also says emotional responsiveness matters more than grand romantic gestures.
We'll just talk about
We
it.
just talked about that.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
but that's pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty good. All right. So, question: what's the biggest misconception that people have about relationships? Let's talk about that. Therapists.
I think the big misconception people have with relationships is that it's always going to be a happy place. That you're not going to be sad. You're not going to be. They can't hurt you. That you're not going to be angry at them. Like people have this preconceived notion that relationships always need to be happy, and there's no other sides to it. So I think that's a really big misconception that a lot of times people end up in therapy about because they have these unrealistic expectations that the partner is supposed to provide happiness for them all the time, and that's not fair to their spouse to have to do or their partner to have to always make sure that they're happy in a happy space. So
That's good. And that's a good reality check.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Absolutely.
when you get into it's so blissful at the end. We have relationship go through all these different stages.
yes.
So when the person finally does something that you don't like and it triggers something in your heart or your mind, you're just like, wait a minute, I didn't expect that. And then it's like, whoa. So it should be good to talk about, what happens if our season changes or what
Yeah.
happens if you get upset at me. Like, how do you
Mhm.
cope? like what's best for you. Do you want to take a drive? Do you want to walk away? Do you want to go upstairs, downstairs? Do you want to like talk about the things that would help that person? So when something does arise, they're like, wait, they can go back to that memory bank, and say, okay, he's not just being dismissive. He just really needs to just take some time right now, or she just really needs to take some time right now.
That's true.
But yeah, I can see how, especially when you're young. I think when you're younger, you always think it's always going to be blissful.
They always, yep,
Yeah.
Disney movie type, rom-com type.
Right.
It's not like that.
It's like, don't watch any rom-coms
But
because they're not real.
okay. So can love sustain a relationship?
No.
No,
Yeah, no. Yeah. No.
not enough.
No, it's not enough.
enough.
It's not
Not
enough. It's not enough.
I mean,
It's beautiful.
Friends, you gotta
but
be
it's not
friends. You
enough.
gotta have finances. You gotta have emotional intelligence. You
Yeah.
gotta be willing to support them in their darkest hour. Like it's a
Mhm.
whole bunch of stuff.
It's a whole bunch of stuff. I think that when you could just say that love will sustain your relationship was when people lived on farms and cabins. And,
That wasn't love back then. That was
Yeah.
convenient.
That was
but
convenient.
still, the women were staying there because they were so in love. But now we have so much other things. We know so much more about women. We know so much more about men. We know so much more about just our lives and the things that we go through and everything else that's
Yeah.
on the
Uh-huh.
outside of
Yes,
our
yes, yes.
relationship. That yeah,
Mm.
love is not enough anymore. All the people that you're going to interact with, the man and the woman, when you're not apart,
Yeah.
all of the friends that you have that might be kind of sneaky, all of that. Yes, love is not enough. There's love, there's trust, there's communication, there's knowing each other,
Yeah.
like knowing the things that your partner would do and what they would not do, and believing that and believing them.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like why a lot of people don't want to even be bothered.
That's
It's
why
a
they're on
lot
life
of work.
support.
That's
That's
just
why they're on
like,
life
no,
support.
That's too much.
That's why relationships are on life support, because of all of that. Because I think there's people that do think their relationships are like rom-coms and should be. Because people are not being friends first, because people don't like each other when they're in a relationship. Yeah, all of that.
All
That's
the above.
why. That's why they don't want to do it, because it's work. I don't think it is impossible work or hard work, but it's work that you need to work on yourself before you can actually be in a relationship.
Work on
And there's
yourself.
stuff that
Work
you
on
need to
yourself.
work out in yourself.
Yes.
And have a community of people, a community of friends, confidants, like really good friends, because I think it's a lot to put on one person for that person to be your
Yes.
everything,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
And then some men want that and some women want that. They're like, no, forget the friends. It's just us against the world. And then what if something happens to that person? Then your world is shattered, right?
Yeah.
So you always want to make sure that you have people in your circle that you can take a breath, breathe a little bit, go back into realities of the world, and not just be careful if you find yourself in that mode that you are just so consumed with that one person alone and nobody else matters.
I want to say in the no one else matters scenario that, if you do have a community of outsiders, that you're not really talking about your really main nitty gritty
Yes.
issues with the outside people, because they're going to give you advice,
You don't have to
and
take it.
you don't have to take it, but they're going to give you advice. And now you are going to be talking about your partner. And then when they see your partner again, they're going to be looking at them kind of side-eyed because of what you told them about your
Exactly.
partner.
Exactly.
It's not going to go well.
Right.
So you just have to be careful. I think when you're in a relationship and it's me against the world, and you decide to have that outside community should be in its own circle, serving its own purpose,
Yes.
Yeah.
not the purpose of what is in your relationship,
Yeah. Don't
but its
do
own
that.
purpose on the outside. Like, you need a breather, you got this circle. You need some intellectual conversation, some I want to talk adult things and not things about kids. If you have kids, that's this circle. Or it might be the same circle, but yeah.
Yeah. Because you might forgive them, but your circle won't.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They will not.
That they will not.
They will
Ever.
not forgive.
Mhm.
They will always
because they
forgive.
love you. So they will
Right.
not
Mhm,
forgive
mhm.
ever.
Someone mentioned about be careful what you share with your friends,
Mhm.
because yeah, you can share how great your man is or how great your woman is with your friends, and then all of a sudden the attraction can start between those two, or that one
That's
person
true.
hearing that and thinking,
Yeah.
whoa, you don't deserve that, I might want that, or
Right.
and that can cause a problem. So really know who your friends are, check them, and make sure whatever you share is just not too much to get somebody involved in your relationship unnecessarily. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Smile says the smartest woman marries a farmer. The second smartest woman marries a mechanic. No other man can help you. You keep your car fixed, and you get your food. Wow, man. Smile. All right. How do healthy relationships differ from unhealthy relationships? We don't have the trauma. We don't have the unnecessary expectations. We have realistic expectations. You sat with your partner and actually build your own relationship,
Yes.
as opposed to, because I know when I was growing up, we would look at the Cosby Show and all these different shows, and that was like a real example of what I know I at that age would look at. Yeah, you have your family and your home dynamics, your mom and dad, but you look at that too, and you're just like, oh my god, like wow, that was amazing. So many people, even from what you call them, like Dynasty. Remember Dynasty?
Dynasty, yeah.
And soap
Mhm.
operas. People usually take their references from stuff like that,
They
from
do.
shows, right? And then they bring that into their reality, into their real life situation. And you just got to be very careful about that. Yeah. What are some warning signs that people should notice early in a relationship?
I think like people not telling the truth, like saying they're going to be somewhere and then they're not somewhere.
And and let's not run over that, because
Yeah, that's a big
actually
one.
key.
Mhm.
That's lying up front. Or they might say, well, I went there, then I left.
Right. Or,
And then
or lying or omitting things.
The truth, yeah,
Right.
which is
Lying
still a
and
lie,
omitting
but
things.
yeah.
It's still a lie. I think that's a big red flag. If people kind of look over, oh, I just met them, or it's just a little white lie.
Mm,
Okay.
yeah.
I think mood changes.
New changes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
especially sudden ones.
Yeah,
Ah.
especially sudden ones. That's usually a indicator that something's wrong.
First might be bipolar.
It could be that
Could
too.
be that.
Schizo.
Yeah.
Could be that too.
Mm,
Or it could just be that they met someone else. So
True.
yeah.
warning signs. So, and I would say making sure that that person and you are on the same pathway. You have the same kind of goals. One wants to
Yes.
get married, the other one doesn't. One wants kids, the other one doesn't. That could be a flag for you, to make sure to show you that that person is not necessarily gonna be your person.
Yes, not for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. And some people will stay and try to change that man or try to change that
Yes.
woman. Hey, no, we're gonna. The woman's saying, I don't want to have kids, and the man is like, no,
Oh, you'll change your mind.
he'll change your mind. And the woman might start taking contraceptives, and then the man might be thinking she's, and then a lot of deception can start from that too.
Mhm.
So, yeah. So, be careful. Anything on that?
Mm-mm.
Mm, okay. All right. Growing up, what do you think relationships looked like when you were growing up, Yola? What do you think was your ideal relationship growing up?
My ideal relationship kind of looked like the relationship my parents had, because they were friends. At least what I saw, they
Thinking
were
as
friends.
a kid, though, now.
Yes,
All right.
what I saw,
Oh,
they were
that's
friends.
nice.
I hardly saw my parents argue or fight. So if they did, it was not in front of me, right? And then we would always go on trips somewhere. We took a road trip from California to Alberta, Canada. We were always
Oh,
at
wow.
Puddingstone Lake.
Nice.
When family came for the summer, we were at Disneyland and we went to
Ooh.
SeaWorld. I mean, we were always doing stuff together,
Mm.
So For me, growing up, my family life, I loved it.
Wow.
It looked good to me. I loved how my parents got along. My parents were in a situation where my dad worked days and my mom worked nights, and my dad would drive her to work, and I would be there. So these are things that I witnessed. I witnessed the love and friendship that they had for each other.
Mm,
So that's
good.
that's what it looked like for me.
Wow. And then you have some relationships where the woman goes off to work at night and the man is at home and he's lonely and he's this and he's that. And that can, cause that could cause cheating, that could cause problems in the household. So
Mhm.
that has to be something that both agree on. Like, hey,
Yeah, they
are
have
you
to
sure
agree
you
on
can
that.
handle it? That's like
Right.
being with maybe a trucker or somebody. He goes drives, cross country
Mhm.
or air hostess or whatever job that makes somebody travel. You have that your person at home, and they're just like, wow, you talk on the phone, you do FaceTime or whatever, but is that enough?
Something else I saw with my parents that I loved too was that they did things for each other.
Mm.
My mom would do my dad's hair. My dad would make sure that all of the cars
You
were
had like a
working.
fairy tale.
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Life
Aw.
Growing up in
Nice.
California, our life was a fairy tale
Wow.
life. My dad would make sure all the cars worked. My mom would make sure that there was food to eat, that she cooked good food because she was a good cook. Like I
Mm.
said, she would do my dad's hair, stuff
that's
like that.
nice.
That's
Nice
nice.
stuff for each other, you know.
Elaine, what's up, friend? Big up yourself. Thank you for being on. Thank you for watching the Positive Forces Show, guys. We are live on YouTube's radio and Reggae Global Radio. We're talking about relationships. Are they on life support, guys? Oh my God.
We're going with yes. Trying to
So
break
if
down
you have a
how to-
comment,
Yeah.
if you have a comment, if you have a question, go ahead and throw it in the chat. We'll talk about it. All right. Thank you. So, what about you? How about you growing up? Was that
Well,
same dynamic for you?
Definitely was not my parents. It was like opposite.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
didn't learn any positive things there.
Mhm.
I would say mine used to would come from like television, like the
See?
Cosby's,
Yeah.
the Fresh Prince, like back when we had really positive role model
Yeah,
families
yeah.
on television. So
Mhm.
it would mostly come from like things I saw on television. And unfortunately, that kind of skewed my view about romantic relationships.
Yeah.
So I got a little older, but yeah, that's where I would say most of my
Yeah.
examples came from.
That's funny. Mine's kind of too.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
like mom was in the States, dad was in Jamaica, I
Oh,
was
okay.
there.
Mhm.
So you didn't really get to see much of it. Yeah. So I would see it from Neighbors and the shows that I watch, and then kind of build it from there as a kid.
Yeah.
And as you grow up, you get your own. But yeah, sometimes that's just the case, and that's all right. Doesn't matter. And it's like, and still, you can still, as an adult, have healthy relationships, whether
Mhm.
you saw it at home or not. So
Right,
don't let it
right.
be that. Don't let it be said that when you meet somebody, yeah, you need to find out, their background. Was it two-parent household? Was it not? There's so many two-parent households where dad is absent mentally, mom's a drug addict or something, but
Yeah,
they're in the
uh-huh.
house.
Yeah.
There's so many different dynamics. So that can be present and physically, guys. And
But
that's
checked
it.
out emotionally.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he has another family out there somewhere,
Or
he's always drinking. It could be all the cases.
or both parents could be there physically and both checked out
Mentally.
mentally for their kids and their relationship together.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously your experiences have changed. So now, but yours probably didn't have to change. It probably just, in terms of, because you saw such good things, so
Mhm.
you developed that. And I would say for myself, not necessarily seeing it, you know, as you grow older and you use your world experiences and all the experiences, you get to, you know, maneuver through and make yours happen. That's why I say it's so important for each person in a relationship to talk through what their dynamics need to be so that it can work for both the people.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hmm. Okay. All right. So trial. Every relationship has some trials. They have some fusses, some trial focuses. Financial stress is always almost number one.
Yes.
Yep.
That can put a relationship on trial for sure.
Or life support.
Life support for sure. Difference in communication styles is definitely another one. Career demands. You've seen, and we could talk about any one of those three. Which one would you want to talk about first? Financial stress, difference in communication style, or career demands?
Let's go with communication styles.
Okay. All right.
That's a big one.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's important because you have to communicate every day.
That touches with the love languages, right? Or does it not? Does it kind of?
I don't think
I don't
so.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Communication style. So, what are some communication styles that people have that? Why could that be a big problem?
The negative ones or the positive ones?
Period. Any ones that cause a negative reaction.
Oh, okay. So, I think one communication style that some people have is their way of communicating is shouting.
Mm.
And the other person's communication style is not shouting.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could be not shouting, but when you shout at somebody, they're going to shout back at you
Mm.
because you shouldn't be shouting at anybody. So that those two dynamics don't work well together. I think that if the two people in a relationship where one is a shouter in the communication style and one is not, that maybe they can make that work if the shouting one can recognize that this communication style does not work. It's not effective way of communicating. And the other person is willing to say, well, okay, you know what? Let's work together on this. This is how I feel when you shout at me in your communication style. And that person say, you know what? I'm sorry. I will try not to do that. Or get some help on figuring out why you communicate in that way and then stop doing it.
All right. That's good.
Because it's not a healthy way of communicating, even if
Mhm.
both of you are shouters. Because you could have a relationship where both of their communication style is shouting.
Mhm.
And that's just how they communicate.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know how that works. I think that it's stressful. I think that I don't know. I've never been in that situation, but you may have seen that situation,
Yes.
and
heard
it
it,
might
yeah.
work for them, but it's
Mhm.
stressful. And how long can that really be sustained? This shouting at each other, or maybe in their shouting they come with resolution. I don't know, but yeah, I would think two opposite communication styles don't work unless the two people can actually talk and work through it like civil, emotional people. And I'm just not sure that the shouter is an emotional, a person that can regulate his or her emotions,
Mm. Okay.
or at least has the thought that, you know what, this is not right. I should not be shouting at this person, period.
Right.
Right.
Hmm. I've heard someone say that they grew up in a household where it was lit. Like everybody was partying, everybody was talking loud. And they would talk loud so people would think that they're in an argument, but that's just how they were. It was like, hey, what are you doing? What just loud. And that was, and anytime there was any quiet, they would all look around and make sure everything is okay, because we're used to everything being up and up. Like especially if it's a big family, somebody's running in the hallways or running down. There's always something going on. And then he was married to somebody that it was just peaceful. Everyone talked calmly and nicely. We sat at the dinner table together and ate, they ate. So when he would communicate with her in that manner, she would be like, whoa, I'm not used to that. And then they had to like literally stop and talk that through. Like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not really shouting at you, but this is just how I
This
was.
is how I am.
How I
how I
am.
was
I'm like
raised.
animated, and
Yeah.
but you know what? I see that is not resonating for you, and hey, let me try now and see what would really work. Hey, listen, I especially culturally, Jamaicans too, it could go either way though. Not everyone is like really boisterous and obnoxious, but you do have some that are just out there, right?
Mhm.
And then it's just colorful. It's that's just our culture. And but then you have when you now mesh with somebody else that is not, then it's some people say you lost your culture, you lost yourself. Like that's not us. Like what are you doing? Why are you so calm now? So but two people have to decide on what they want in their relationship for themselves and make that work.
Mhm.
I would like to think that being loud and colorful is not the same as shouting. Because it's just
No.
it's
That's just being
live.
expressive.
It's just being
That's just being
expressive, you know.
I don't think that's
But I could see how somebody who's not of that could think of it that way. But I think
Yeah.
that behind the shouting and the colorfulness, there's also words that are attached to it. And I
Mhm.
think we can tell the words that are negative and the ones that are just playful, fun words.
right.
Maybe culturally, right?
Yeah. But I think it's overall, all communication is people wanting to be heard. So I
Yes.
think when there's good communication means that you both are able to hear each other. When it's bad communication, you can't hear each other, hence the shouting or the being loud or the talking over people because you just want to be heard. So I think overall, it's just people wanting to be heard,
Mm.
seen, and understood. So
Mhm.
if you got those three things lined up, you're doing good.
What does that look like? Hey, what does that look like? Let's show us what that looks like.
It'll be something like, like you didn't take the garbage out, like we said earlier. And then the communication with the part of it look like, well, hey, I feel like you were helping me around the house by not taking the trash out. And the person would respond like, okay, what I hear you saying is you felt some type of way because I didn't take the trash out. I'll try to do better next time. Or,
Perfect.
I'll take the trash out on Wednesday. So
Mhm.
it's just being open communication,
Mhm.
telling how it made you feel, and putting together like a plan afterwards together.
Man, that's
So,
work though, and you
Yeah.
must put in that work.
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
I heard you. That's very powerful.
I have a thought
Mhm.
with the
Okay.
whole trash communication.
Okay.
I kind of call it trash communication.
Okay.
What if the person that did not take the trash out is aware that they didn't do it and will say, hey, you know what, honey, I can't take the trash out right now. Or you know what, just go ahead and apologize in advance. Hey, I know I didn't take the trash out. I am sorry. Does that work?
Yeah, that works too.
Yeah.
Because you're acknowledging what happened,
Mhm.
and you're letting the person know that you understood that they may have felt ignored when you didn't do it.
And
And
taking
then you're making a plan.
accountability.
You're making accountability. Making a plan. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's good.
That's good.
That's good,
Very good.
'cause
I like
things
it.
happen.
Yes.
Things happen. Sometimes you just don't want to do it.
Right.
Like I just don't feel like going outside.
I'll just forget. I'll forget sometimes.
forget.
I'll be like, oh my
Yeah.
God. it's
All the
trash
time.
day.
You might have somebody that says, "Hey, we never go to bed with any dishes in the sink,"
Oh.
and the man might be like, "It's not a big of a deal. It's just a cup. It's just a spoon. I'll get it tomorrow." And the woman might be like, "No, it's something in there." And that small thing can cause a big problem, right?
Oh, I would hope it could. I think,
But I would hope not.
but I would hope not. But I think it
could.
could. I think it could. But I think it could for people that um, don't tolerate much, can't give each other grace,
Mhm.
don't know about forgiveness, don't know about sometimes picking up the slack if one can't do it. Can't say, well, hey, baby, you didn't do the. I didn't get I did not wash the cup because I'm tired. Can I get it in the morning? Oh, it's okay, honey. I'll get it. I'll get it this time. Or I'll get it. Or you know what? Forget the dishes. Whatever. The dishes. We'll get it in the morning. We'll at the dishwasher. Whatever.
Right.
So I feel like for that type of scenario where it's a big deal that you didn't wash the dishes in the sink that night, it's either there's something else
There's got to be something
that's
else.
going
There's
on there
Something deeper.
because that is so
something deeper.
there
has to
has to be because that's so small, especially something like that can be resolved with a few simple words
Because it can
Or
go
action,
from
yeah.
or
Yeah,
actions.
but it could go. I think how it can stretch out into something unnecessary. You always don't do.
Oh, blame.
And
There you go.
The
Blame
blame
game,
starts when
blame
you,
game.
every time
The
you
guilt.
you never listen to me.
Yeah, that's not effective
right.
at
First-
all.
Apocalypse.
And then what do you mean? I always? Oh, you never hear me, and you're not listening. And then whoa, now it's somebody shuts down. I'm never gonna even express myself anymore because you're not listening to me anyway. And then
Yeah.
it just spirals into something unnecessary. and it spirals into people coming to talk to you as a
Yes.
therapist to kind of like say she's not listening or he's not listening. You didn't hear me,
There you go.
right?
4-letter word.
And yeah, from something so small.
Yeah.
All right. So, which challenges strengthen couples, and which challenges can strengthen a couple? Can there be a challenge that couples go through that strengthens them? And as I'm saying it, I'm thinking maybe the loss of a family member.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Mhm.
A loss of a friend, or that's a challenge that you both have to go through. Life changes, situations, everything just changes, and one can be there for the other person to say, "Hey, we're together. We're gonna get through this together." That's a challenge, right?
Mhm.
Anything else?
Of financial hardships,
Mm.
Yeah, that's a big one.
debt, bankruptcy,
Yeah.
things that I think people in relationships do go through, but can come out on the other side, especially if the debt, eliminating of debt, reduction of debt, or of debt comes with some type of learning and knowledge together,
Mhm.
so that you don't do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, that I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's I think there's lots of couples. You see them on like shows like the Dave Ramsey show when they call in.
Oh, and they.
Yeah, they say, we have this debt, we have that debt. These are couples.
Mhm.
They're not shouting at each other because they're in debt.
Right.
They come up with a plan with his help and without his help of how they can pay it off, and they come out stronger on the other side. According to his philosophy, they come out millionaires,
Yeah.
right? So yeah,
Yeah, because they're
I think
saying
that's
they're saying,
one.
they're saying we
Yeah,
have this
we
debt. We
have
That's-
this debt.
that's big.
We have this debt, and we are doing this, and we are paying this much. We're using the snowball effect, and we are going to do this. We just got rid of our $50,000 in debt. We just paid off our home. We're going to do this, and it's always we. So I think that's something that couples go through. That they
Yes.
do come out stronger on the other side because now they have knowledge to not do it again.
Yeah. I would say the partner gets sick or hurt or something like that, and how you come out of it, either you come out of it like stronger or you break up under the pressure. So I think that's a big one too. When somebody's not able to financially meet the needs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since they can't work or something like that. And so yeah, I think that's a big one too.
That's good. Obviously, the red flag in there is like, hey, no, that's your bill.
Oh,
As your student loan, as your car payment, as yours. Yeah.
Oh no.
So if you hear that yours or not, it's just those are things
You
to
know
look
what?
at.
Let's
Selfishness.
talk about that a little bit
Ooh.
because that could be selfish also. But what if the debts that you had before you got into a relationship are debts that you feel you should handle on your own, and the debts that you incur together are the ones that you incur together? I don't think that's selfish. I really don't. Some people don't want to burden their spouse with their student loan debt. And some couples say, well, hey, we're married now. All our debts go together and we're going to handle it together.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I think it's just like communication style or compatibility.
Yeah.
You need to sit down and discuss that. Because it could be like, hey, I want to take care of my own student debt. I don't want that on us. And your spouse or person might be like, you know what? It's okay. We're together now.
We got this.
Let's put all of our debts together
Mhm.
and let's take care of them together.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I think that's the responsible thing to do. I think that's a caring partner.
I think both of them are caring.
Well, in terms of a partner saying, let's put it together.
Yeah, that's
And then-
caring.
Because one, there's no way around it. You got to pay that back, right? You got to pay your bills, whatever
Yeah,
the bills, the debt was. So I am not going to be able to pay, say, let's say I can't pay $200 because, hey, I got to pay $100 on this bill, right? So now the understanding is there, like, hey, I can only contribute $100 to this, as opposed to, well, that's your debt. We're not looking at that. I still need that $200. So
Yeah, that's different. That's different.
it's
That's
a-
different.
That's different.
That's different.
right.
That's a red
different.
flag. That's a red flag.
Yeah, that's
But that's
It's not
but,
the same.
but that's that person saying, hey, I understand we have this bill, because the money, unless you are doing something that money is just always coming in, you're still limited whether the person agrees to be with the paying the bill with you or not. The debt is still there, is what I'm saying.
yeah. The debt is still there, But again, I think it has to do with you sitting down and deciding how you're gonna handle your debt. It's like having joint accounts and having separate accounts. I think the concept is the same as having separate debt and having combined debt. This is debt that you have accumulated together. And if the person that has debt on the outside of your relationship decides, you know what, I don't want this to be part of our debt. This is something that I incurred. Now, if your person wants to help you with that, great.
Yeah.
Now, if the person turns around and say, yeah, you're right. That, oh, you can't do it this month. That's your debt. I'm not going to help you out. That's different. That's totally different. I just think that if somebody wants to decide that they want to take care of their own debt that they accumulated before,
That's fine.
then
They
that's
have a
fine.
choice.
Yeah.
It has to be done anyway.
Yeah,
is.
that it has to be done
It's not
anyway.
going anywhere.
That's your choice.
It's not going
You,
anywhere.
Whether they
you,
accept it or
you
not,
don't
it
want
don't
to
matter.
burden your union with your own debt that you came with before. I don't see anything wrong with that. And if that person wants to help you, good. Take the help. If they don't be mad. You decided that you wanted to do this. This was your decision.
The only way out is, hey, let me get my debt together first, and then we can be in a relationship.
Yeah, you could do that
Yeah.
too.
Committed relationship.
I'm sure
Because-
people do that also,
They
do.
where they're like, you
Yeah.
know what, I cannot. It's this concept of I should be dating somebody that I can't afford to date, and I cannot afford to date.
Mhm.
You know what is that? You can't afford to take me on a date, but you want to date me. That's nonsense. It's nonsense. Get your finances together. The same thing goes with debt. If you decide, you know what, I have this debt, but I need to get myself financially stable, or at least have the knowledge of how to get out of debt before I'm in a relationship, then yes, that is an excellent goal and you should take it. And if I'm going down the street, if I'm a man and I'm going down the street and a woman says to me, I want you to take me out on dates, and I know within myself that I can't afford to take you to a date, I'm not going to date you.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't do it.
And then
You're
he calls
wasting her
something else.
time. Yeah,
Oh,
you're wasting
you
her
don't
time.
like women. Final thoughts, guys. Final thoughts. We got 2 minutes. Let's
Oh,
go.
okay.
We
Go
got,
first.
Yes,
Okay.
you.
Oh, okay.
we got 3 minutes.
We go to the
Oh.
right.
Okay.
We got 3 minutes.
Okay. Okay. There we go. All right. I just want to leave you with this simple relationship test help. This is free of charge. I'm not going to charge you for this.
Free of charge, guys. Free of charge.
And it's going to be good.
Just do a relationship check-in, just
All
like the
right.
battery on your phone. Ask your partner, what percentage are you on right now?
I love
what
it.
percentage
What
are you
percentage
on?
are you on?
I think
right
I'm going
now.
to cry.
No,
I love it.
Yeah.
and answer honestly, because
Mhm.
some days you're at a 10%, and then you'll be at a 90%.
Mhm.
Y'all both could be at 10%,
Mhm.
and you're asking him to go wash a cup. Are you asking her to go cook dinner?
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
I love
Not
it.
quite there yet. Temperature
So-
check. I love it.
Temperature check. I call the
Mhm.
battery charge.
Mm.
Battery
love
charger.
analogies.
So, yeah. So check in with your partner in that way. Support them. Our relationships, I don't think 100% of relationships are on life support, but a lot are.
Mhm.
Find your way how to get off of life support. There's so many things we're talking about today. So many ways you can check in with each other, making sure that your partner is being heard is a really, really big one. People
Mhm.
come to therapy just to be heard by somebody else, a third person, because they feel so unheard in their homes.
Right.
So really try to work on that. So
Awesome.
there you go.
I love it. Where can people find you?
Oh yes, I am available. I have my calendar is open, but not this week. But the following week, you can find me on Rulia Headway.
Spell it.
Rulia RULA Headway HEADWAY, or Growth Therapy, and book a session.
So they
I
just
take
go
all
to
insurances. Yes.
growtherapy.com
Growtherapy.com, Rulia.com, or Headway.com.
or
I take
headway.com.
Headway. Book a session. Yeah,
And then
there you go.
your name is specifically there.
Type my name in.
Okay,
Pop
Dewan
up,
Bland.
Dewan Bland.
The
all
one,
right?
the one. No,
Alright.
the one black.
Not the one, but the one. Dewan Bland. No,
Come
you're
on,
not.
Yola.
But I am the one.
We got 1 minute.
Final thoughts. Okay, so mine is short and sweet. I love chopping it up with Kimmy Kim on the ones and twos, and Dewan the one, and me, of course, Yols, Yola Yoli. We love talking to you guys. We love talking about relationships. These are things that we go through, things that we see our friends go through, that we want to share and have an open place where you guys can talk to us and we can talk to you. So keep talking. And as far as today's thought, just work on yourself. Work on yourself, and everything else will work in place. Relationships are not meant to be hard if you work on yourself first. So let's do that.
That's what's up. That's our time. Thank you so much for being with us on the Positive Forces Show. We love you guys. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, and thanks for joining in. Again, youchooseradio.com and Reggae Global Radio. Want to thank you for being with us. Ross Dugal, Marlon, DJ VJ Smiles, grip yourself. Y'all take care. Have a great day.
Coconut jelly, peas and rice, oats and land, and we sharp like a knife. Green in abundance, real love around me, yeah. You want to know where we coming from? See you want come look for me, yeah.